Read from the seekers of God. Spiritual talks by Mahapurush Swami Shivananda Maharaj. No, they are all, Jivan Muktas. So, Jivan Mukta means where living itself, a realized God. So, living the life of a Mukta Purusha. He is in the body, but he has realized the true nature, his true nature. And that's why these Mukta Purushas, whatever they say, what they have experienced, it's a great guidelines for us, for our sadhana, how we must do sadhana. So they guide us because they have realized God. To realize God, easiest way is to go to the people who have realized God. They tell us how to realize God. Easy way they show that authority in that field. It's a great opportunity we got, great blessing we got. We have got this wonderful treasure. So very, very fortunate we are to realize God, to practice spiritual path. So what to practice, where to start, they are the guidelines for us. Guidelines for us. Once one devotee went to Mahapurush and asked him, Maharaj, how are you? What reply I gave? So suppose anybody asks, how are you? What will you say? What will you say?
I'm fine.
Fine. But he asked a different way. Are you talking about this body? The question was, how are you, Maharaj? Are you talking about this body? This is how Mukta Purushas talk. Jivan Muktas talk like this. They are different from others. Oh, talking about this body. So this body has so many limitations. Sugar problem is there, asthma is there, BP is there, all kinds of problems are with this body. Says, but I am not suffering. This body is suffering, I am not suffering. Watch their words. This body is suffering. As somebody else's body is telling, this body is suffering. I am not suffering. Watch every word. It says, by the infinite grace of Sri Ramakrishna, he made me realize that I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am the Atman. I have no birth. I have no death. See, this is how they talk. Just think who can talk like this. This body is suffering. I am not suffering. What he means to say? I am different. Body is different. Who am I? He says, I am the Atman. I have no birth. I have no death. I am eternal. It's the realization. How we got it? By the infinite grace of Sri Ramakrishna, he made me realize. Beautiful. How we got that realization? With infinite grace of Sri Ramakrishna. He made me realize. See? He made me realize. Every word is important here. That I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am the Atman. I have no birth. I have no death. Who can say this? That is these great souls. So they taught us how to practice sadhana, how to realize God, how to realize your true nature. So easiest way to practice sadhana means go to these people. Realize God. They can tell you clearly what you have to do. They are the best guides for spiritual practice. So we'll just read and see what Maharaj says. So he says, the purpose of life, only one's relationship with God is everlasting. Title is this. So Maharaj says, it was a crowded day with a steady flow of devotees and visitors. A gentleman from Dhaka came of his own accord to discovering a photograph of Mahapurush ji and a rosary in the box of his departed son. He came in the afternoon and expressed his great sorrow as he related the incident. Mahapurush ji heard everything in silence and then remarked, "Your son was a devotee of the Lord. Blessed be his soul, was very fortunate. You should not grieve for him. He was born with very noble tendencies. That's why his mind turned to God even at an early age." See how the mind turns at an early age towards God. He says, he was born with very noble tendencies, samskaras. Samskaras are the main force which takes you across. Samskaras are good, takes you towards God. Samskaras are bad, takes you away from God. It's all said by the samskaras. It drives a person to do good. See, at a young age, his mind turned towards God. Why? Samskaras are so good. Takes him towards God. Without an effort, it takes him towards God. Samskaras are bad, takes you away from God. It's all depend upon your past, how samskaras are. See, this is the decisive. How you are taken forward. He fulfilled the purpose of his life, then returned to the world that is his own. So from where he came, he turned back. We all came from God. Going back to God again. So cycle gets completed. From where you started, end up there. Again, go on. When your journey is complete, when you reach from where you started, besides, nobody has any control over birth and death. All these happen according to the will of God. Understand? So birth and death is not in the hands of anybody. It happens as per the will of God. He alone knows how long he will keep anyone in this world. Understand? He alone knows how long he will keep anyone in this world. You have to understand this properly. It's all his will. He has brought you to this world. He is keeping you in this world. How long he will keep, where he will keep, so when he will take, it's all will of God. So there is no control over this. You cannot control anything in this matter. It's all under God's control. He has brought you to this world. He is keeping you in this world. How long he will keep, where he will keep, when he will take, it all depends upon the will of God. You see how beautifully Maharaj says, he alone knows how long he will keep anyone in this world. All bodies die. There is no exception to this rule. See how beautiful it is. Your son is gone. you too have to go someday. Your wife, son, daughter, in fact, all whom you consider to be your own, all have to depart. None can live eternally. Purely depends on will of God. So again and again he says, He has brought to here. He has kept you here. And He will keep as long as He wants. He will take you whenever He wants. It's all will of God. So beautifully He says. In Gita, the Lord says, anyone born must surely die, and anyone dead must surely be reborn. So you must not lament for something that is inevitable. See how clear it is? Anyone born must surely die, and anyone dead must surely be reborn. So you must not lament for something that is inevitable. So birth and death are not in your hands. It is in the hands of God. Why lament about it? So death being inevitable for anyone coming to this earth, He forbids us to lament. What is of lamenting? It's all in the hands of God. So He says, no use of lamenting. Can you tell me what is the purpose of human life? The only purpose of life is to realize God. The only purpose of life is to realize God. No matter whether sons and wife remain or go. Every word is important here. The only purpose of life is to realize God. No matter whether sons and wife remain or go. Each soul reaps the result of what it had done. See? Each soul reaps the result of what it had done. Your son had good deeds in store, so he has achieved a virtuous destiny. Now it is your turn to act in a way that will ensure your own high destiny. See, it's your turn, he says. It is your turn to act in a way that will ensure your own high destiny. So in your hands, how you act, how you practice, your hands. Tell your wife also to do accordingly. Mere talk will not do. So mere talk will not do at all. One has to act with firm determination. One has to strive for God realization. Make a start from this very day. So don't fix a time. After 10 years I will practice. When I retired I will practice. Nothing to do I will practice. No. We don't know when call will come. So you cannot say, you wait, let me finish my duties, I will come. Nothing will work. So he says, make a start from this very day. For life is fleeing every moment. Tomorrow we will leave, what guarantee is there? No guarantee. Nobody can say when one will have to call for departure. Nobody can say. So don't waste a single day. See the message, how strong it is. We plan so many things for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 5-year plan. All that we will do. Nothing works. When the call will come, who knows? Nothing is certain except death. But born one day, die one day, that's all. So no use of lamenting. Plan. Go practice sadhana. Right way he says. Make a start from this very day. Don't waste time, he says. Those who think that these things can be put off for the future, never do anything. Tomorrow I will practice. For 10 years I will practice. No. Nothing works. They will be tossed in this current of birth and death for infinite ages. Fail to do, what will happen? So those who think that these things can be put off for the future, never do anything. They will be tossed in this current of birth and death for infinite ages. They will be tossed. See, beautifully it says, in this current of birth and death for infinite ages. So never waste time. Beautiful. Then he sang with much feeling. Just consider my mind that none belongs here to anyone else. Understand this. Just consider my mind that none belongs here to anyone else. Nobody is for nobody. Understand? You wander after a mirage in this world. So you wander after a mirage in this world, or wandering in a mirage. That's how your life is. You are stuck up in a mirage. Caught in the net of delusion, forget not Kali, the gracious mother. So, caught in the net of delusion, forget not Kali, the gracious mother. Will she, for whom you are so anxious, accompany you. After your death, that very wife will sprinkle holy water on the place you occupied, lest some misfortune befall her. It's for a couple of days or so that people obey one as their master here. It is for a couple of days or so that people obey one as their master here. That master they will throw overboard when the master of all times comes. So, that master they will throw overboard when the master of all time comes. None in this world is really your own. అందరికీ అర్థం అవ్వాలి. None in this world is really your own, whom you think to be so. Prasad says, none in this world is really your own, whom you think so, whom you think to be so. Say, my people, my people. Who are your people? Who belongs to whom? You see this how? These great souls teach us.
Sprinkling water.
Mukta Purushas. They are Mukta Purushas, you see. How they enlighten us. How they are putting things, the truth, you see. How? So everybody can understand. How beautiful it is. None in this world is really your own, whom you think to be so. Eh? Only God is truly your own. Only God is truly your own. He keeps company in life and death. He's your eternal companion. Life and death is He only gives you company. Life and death, He only gives you company. Eternal company is only God, who is throughout with you. None else. He is the soul of one soul. Relationship with Him is eternal. So this how this great Mukta Purusha, Jivan Muktas guide us. See the clarity in His advice. From beginning to end, how He guides you. What is this world? Who are you? What is the goal of life? From where you came? Where are you going? How to reach the destination? Goal of God realization. How beautifully taught us. So this how great, these are all Mukta Purushas, Jivan Muktas guide us. Without their help, nowhere we will be. So easiest way to realize God is follow this Jivan Muktas, what they have taught us. So sadhana becomes very easy. We can progress very fast to reach our goal. This is God realization.